What's up, Taiwan? I'm Erika Liu with news from here in Taiwan and around the world. Taiwan has set aside over $300 million to improve the safety of its pigs export industry. It hopes the 4-year investment will allow the country to regain a foothold in the international market. But as Xiaoliuqiu explains, the sector is not entirely risk-free.
At the moment, these little guys are keeping fairly healthy. But it's in this kind of close proximity, and in the animal agriculture industry as a whole, that zoonotic diseases spread. Taiwan knows this better than most places. Its pig farming industry took a huge hit at the end of last century as a massive foot and mouth outbreak led to farmers culling around 3.8 million pigs. The export industry never really recovered, but now is trying to make a comeback. Taiwan is now hoping to boost its exports of dead pigs. It's doing this by directing $320 million into food safety measures across the pig slaughtering industry.
我们如果没有因为有这个百亿基金，我再拆我们的屠宰场，搞不好连一家 HACCP 都没有。
And the measures appear to be working. Now at least one country is willing to start trading with Taiwan.
在2个月前有通过那个可以把产品出口到菲律宾的资格嘛？那在大概下个礼拜，那个菲律宾的厂商他们也会过来这边跟我们洽谈。那希望可以洽谈成功，有这个机会。
Taiwan hopes to be the first country in Asia to be free of foot and mouth, swine flu, and African swine flu by next year. It hopes this decades-long effort will revive its pig export market. But as animal agriculture continues growing and intensifying worldwide, and zoonotic diseases become ever harder to predict and contain, it may be some time before trust in Taiwan's pig industry can properly bounce back. James Lin and Sally Jensen for TaiwanPlus.
An American woman who has separated from her Taiwanese birth parents as a toddler has come back to the country to try and find them. Louise Watt reports.
主上尾巴0年代的台北，我的幼儿名叫郭慧茹。
Paramedic Kuo Downing-Rees was adopted and taken to the United States at age 3. Now, Chinese is a foreign language to her. She is known since childhood of her Taiwanese origins, but her name and date of birth were falsified. She believes she was one of dozens of children who were sold without the knowledge of their parents to foreigners by a baby export syndicate that came to light in the 1980s. Now Downing-Rees is in Taiwan with her adoptive mother to search for her birth parents.
Knowing your roots helps you develop as a person. It's a hard thing to describe, that sense of loss, but I've always wanted to feel that and just know where I come from.
She's brought baby photos with her, has taken a DNA test, and showed journalists a mole on her neck in hopes that her parents will recognize her.
I understand that they may not be alive still, or their circumstances, they may have moved, but that's why I said even if I don't meet my birth parents, my mother and father, I would still be interested in meeting anyone in my family.
A child welfare organization is helping her and other suspected victims of the baby export syndicate.
呼吁政府能做更多的，就是因为其实除了双养资讯中心，这是一个社工服务以外，其实非常的仰赖警察的机关的协助。
Downing-Rees has already been searching for several years. She says growing up, she was proud of her Taiwanese identity. Now she wants to know if she has any siblings and longs to reunite with her family of origin. Alex Chen and Louise Watt for TaiwanPlus.
Of Taiwan's 166 islands, one in particular has become a popular destination for summer holiday vacationers. But the surge in tourism there has meant the small island is getting crowded, and that's started to affect the local wildlife. Xiaoliuqiu has this report.
Glistening sandy beaches, turquoise-colored waters, and a diverse marine ecosystem. This is Xiaoliuqiu, also known as Lambai Island, a small coral isle about 13 kilometers from Taiwan's southwestern coast. It's famous as a local paradise, one that's about a 20-minute ferry ride away from the country's main island. That's why it's become a popular destination for holidaymakers looking for a tropical break. Very popular. And now that the summer holidays have begun, it's starting to get crowded. An estimated 10,000 people flocked to Xiaoliuqiu on the first weekend of July. The number was even higher during the 4-day Dragon Boat Festival last month, when over 36,000 visitors arrived at its shores. Lines to board the ferry were long, and the competition to book hotel rooms was stiff. The influx of tourists doesn't just mean things are getting cramped for the island's human visitors. Peak tourist season here coincides with the time sea turtles normally come ashore to lay their eggs. But the surge of people crowding the beaches is taking up valuable space, which is affecting the movements of the turtles. It's easy to see why Xiaoliuqiu has become a go-to place for holidaymakers looking for an island paradise. But its small size and fragile ecosystem is struggling to cope with the sheer number of tourists. And if it goes unchecked, this could easily upset the island's ecology and biodiversity. Andy Shui and Erika Liu for TaiwanPlus.
A new passion for water activities in Taiwan's rivers is sweeping the country. Erika Liu has more.
It's summer in Taiwan, and people here are looking for any way they can to beat the heat. A growing number have turned to water activities like canoeing and stand-up paddleboarding or supping. In fact, enthusiasts on small, brightly colored boats and boards have become an increasingly common sight in the capital city Taipei's many riverside parks. Local residents are happy to have new ways to enjoy the outdoors, even when temperatures hit a peak.
带着小朋友，然后去玩水也好，或是看一些生态，我觉得就蛮值得的，也蛮真的是打从心里的感动。对，那如果能够更便于民的话，那当然会更好。
With the rise in popularity of water activities, those taking part are hoping local governments can help with putting in better infrastructure for them. There are currently few places along the rivers that can be used to launch canoes or kayaks, or to come back ashore in an emergency.
今天如果放眼看去，这边浮台是不错，但是今年我这边滑了4、5次，然后今天是第一次放到水边来，有的时候都会收在岸上，也不知道为什么。
The call of Taiwan's waterways is being heard across the country. Kaohsiung, in Taiwan's south, has also opened up part of its port to water activities, giving residents a chance to see its famed Love River from a different perspective. Patrick Chen, Sam Hui, and Erika Liu for TaiwanPlus.
A religious festival in northern Taiwan is swapping real pigs for piggy banks. That's instead of ritually sacrificing force-fed pigs. Britton Thomas has the story.
These piggy banks in Hsinchu in northern Taiwan are saving Morvan money. They're standing in for so-called God pigs, traditionally sacrificed during religious festivals of the ethnic Hakka minority group. These God pigs were traditionally force-fed until they were too fat to walk. After being weighed in a competition, they were ritually slaughtered. Their skin would then be stretched across a metal frame and mounted on display. It was a practice that many came to find inhumane. That's why some are exchanging real pigs for pots shaped like pigs.
以环保的角度来说，就是这样就比较好啊，就是不用杀猪。
The killing of pigs over the Lunar New Year and at the Hakka Imin festival is an old tradition. But as these festivals became more controversial, the crowds they attracted have also declined. Some practitioners in Hsinchu are now using ceramic piggy banks stuffed with coins. The piggy banks are weighed, and at the end of the festival, the money is donated to charity. It's a change many, including the pigs, are welcoming. Andy Shui and Bryn Thomas for TaiwanPlus.
Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. Finally today, we leave you with images of fish poison trees blossoming in central Taiwan's Miaoli County. I'm Erika Liu. Take care and see you next time.